Going on, everyone? How's it going? Oh man, the conscious Chicano. How you doing? Anyways, the title today is Trump conspiracies. They're flying all over the place. Trump conspiracies, man. What do I think about this whole thing of Trump? If you guys know that Trump, there was a attempted assassination. Let me tell you guys where I stand on the whole issue. So I'm apolitical right now, uh, or what they call a political agnostic in some sense, or you could call me kind of like I don't know. I'm a Chicano anarchist, so I don't buy into a lot of this politics out here. Both Democrats and Republicans are corrupt. Both of them are Zionists. Biden and Trump were Zionists. So you're not gonna hear me cheering on anybody. But there's conspiracies flying all over the place. You guys know there was an attempted assassination of him, and there's conspiracy theories coming from the right wing, the left wing, and then somewhere either in the middle or it's all over the place. So let me tell you, the right wing is accusing the Democrats of trying to assassinate Trump. The right wing is saying that they're doing whatever they can to prevent Trump from becoming president. So some of these arguments seems pretty reasonable too. That they're trying to incriminate him, and they're going out to try to smear his character all of the way, so they have to orchestrate an attempted assassination of Trump. So that's what the right wingers are saying. And so the reaction of the right wingers is that now they're all gung-ho, they're all going crazy for Trump and everything because they think the Democrats are behind this. Okay, that's that right-wing conspiracy. That the conspiracy is that the Democrats are trying their best to undermine Trump from becoming president. That's the right-wing conspiracy. Now, the left-wing conspiracy theorists are coming out and saying that that the right wing purposely orchestrated this whole attempted assassination, and they go as far as saying it was all fake, right? And they're just trying to Trump is just trying to get popular again and have the momentum so he can get voted in. Okay? So you got these two views. And I kind of see that both views, there's some truth in some aspects. So the way I see it is that there's different things that could have happened. One, this guy could have just been a crazy guy, lunatic, right? And there's lunatics out there. So that lunatic might have just they wanted to get rid of Trump for whatever reason. He didn't like Trump, for. So that could be the case. Okay, and if you actually dig into this guy's, from what I saw from social media and everything, he's a registered Republican, but he donated money to the Biden administration. So that's a little weird right there. So that's a little weird. So obviously he does have like a pro-Biden position if he's actually donating money to him, right? Now, here comes my conspiracy theory. Now, I'm sure a lot of conspiracy theories will probably agree with me on this. Sometimes the government like the CIA and FBI, they kind of like use people with mental problems, or they manipulate them to do, cause chaos in society. Sometimes they get them on drugs and all that, and there's a whole history of that. Look into it. MK Ultra, where they manipulate or drug people up to get them to assassinate somebody. And so that's a possibility. I'm not saying that's correct, that's what happened, but it's a possibility. Or this guy could have been paid off, right, or something like that. I remember there was a guy that was being manipulated on the internet. He was kind of loner. He had mental problems, faced rejection, and I think there was probably like a Secret Service. They were like feeling stuff in his head, like psychologically, motivating him to possibly commit some kind of chaotic, incident. So there's been incidents like that in the past. But I'm not saying that this actually happened. This guy, it's a possibility. But there's a lot of weird stuff that happens. A lot of weird stuff. Questions pop up, like even like the Secret Serviceman, like he saw the kid or the young guy on the roof, and he had him in plain view through his telescope, or his little scope on the gun, and he didn't shoot him. And the saying is that the Secret Service has a policy where you shoot first. So he knew that guy was aiming at Trump and that he was going to shoot, but he didn't stop him. So that's a little weird right there. That's a little weird right there that he allowed it to happen. Another weird thing is going on. What happened is you had footage of people being interviewed saying that they were shouting loud and saying, "There's a guy going up. There's a guy on the roof with a rifle," and nobody did nothing. They were warning everybody, around there. Nothing happened. So they seems like they allowed it to happen. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier. He was saying that that supposedly Biden's wife, she actually received Trump's protection, Secret Service protection. They traded Trump's Secret Service protection with Biden's, or something like that, where the Secret Service that was supposedly guarding Trump was like temps, and they were, and also was it the equality type thing where they should have actually had some hardcore Secret Service guys, but they had these women there that were not really good and they're out of shape and can't even put their gun on their holster correctly and not even really protecting. Like it's like Trump was in plain view for and another weird thing is like Secret Service people are supposed to keep like somebody like covered and down. Why did they allow Trump to be like to get up, and pose with his fist up, you know? And he was obviously there was an opening where he could get shot. Why did they allow that? And how did they know that there wasn't more shooters, So that was very suspect. And then they had like a photo of it, like it's too much coincidence. Like people always listening. You never know who's around if they're a Democrat or a Trumper, and they might react to what I say or something like that. So, anyways, so back to the whole incident. That's kind of strange how they took a photo of him with his fist up in the air, with him with blood on his face, and then there's an American flag right in the back. Like that is like so much of like too much. Like it's like a photo op. It's like that was just too obvious there. And then they took another picture of him when he was down and like blood and all that, and even as like you would think that they would keep Trump down from instead of standing up and all that to protect him, but they allow him to even get his shoe and get up and walk away. If there was multiple shooters, they would have obviously got Trump. But a lot of this is very suspect. There's a lot of stuff that happened. Now everybody's all talking about this, but some people will counter and say, well, I don't believe in the conspiracy theory because there was people that died, right? There was people that got shot. I think one got shot and killed, and I think the other one, I don't know. I heard that he didn't survive. Someone didn't survive. Um, so why would they? And then supposedly Trump got shot in the ear. Why would they, risk something like that? So it's not a conspiracy. It was a real attempted assassination because people died and Trump got hit in the ear, right? Now, there's a response to that. That sometimes to make it look more real, they do sacrifice certain people. It's kind of like what Israel did with the Hannibal operation, like kind of like they killed their own and then blamed Palestine. Um, and so that might be a possibility that maybe they allowed some people to get killed, but they still staged it in order to get a reaction to make Trump look like a hero. So the momentum will be, okay, we're all going to vote for Trump now, right? And now you got even some of these anti-Zionist Republicans now jumping on the Trump bandwagon, and yet they claim they're anti-Zionist. When in fact, and they're even blaming Mossad for the attempted assassination of Trump. And it's all BS because Trump is Israel's man. Like Trump says he's going to give the green light for Israel to basically do whatever they want to Palestine. So that doesn't make sense that Mossad was behind it, and, and so so Trump is their man, and then you got some Christians coming out, or some conspiracy theorists coming out and saying Trump is the Antichrist. That's an interesting one. Trump is the Antichrist. Because supposedly it mentions in the Book of Revelations the beast gets struck or something, and then he makes a comeback or something like that. And Trump is always talking. He wrote a book about making a comeback and this and that, and so and then Trump gets struck in the ear, and then he's making a comeback and everything. And there's a possibility, but I doubt if he's the Antichrist. But if he does become president, he could be ushering, a lot of things that it could be the Antichrist. So um, Trump is if you actually read about the Antichrist and everything, like some of the Jews, there's some claims and some Jewish, some Jewish groups, they think he's the Messiah. They even kind of made a coin after him, right? They they um, they compare him to the Persian, was it Persian? I forgot the one that liberated the Jews. Or was it this? Um, I forgot which. I think I forgot the name, but they made a coin with Trump's head, and obviously Trump is a Zionist, so he's gonna go along with the Zionist agenda, and he's gonna probably allow the third temple to be built, and probably usher in, yeah, the Antichrist. Who knows what's gonna happen? But him being the Antichrist, I don't know. I don't know, because the Antichrist, according to the Bible, everyone's gonna be he's gonna love. Everyone's gonna love this Antichrist. Those who are not saved, right? Because he's gonna be offering peace. But then there's a momentum going where they want unity right now, right? Democrats and Republicans, they're condemning the violence, right? So the momentum is in Trump's favor. So these are these little weird things that are going on. So I'm not saying any of this is completely 100%, but I'm laying it out, what I'm actually hearing. Now, there could be other possibilities too. So I know the news is talking about there might be backlashes. It's a dangerous political sphere, because sometimes you have copycats. So and it's that now the politicians are going to be having big time secret service. So they're thinking, oh, they might be, you know right wingers going after Biden and all that. Um, and if that happens, then the momentum will be in favor of Biden. So far the momentum is for Trump because of what happened, and now they see all the Democrats as evil because they're blaming the Democrats for the attempted assassination. Now, if the opposite occurs, and it's going to reverse, and they're going to say that, oh, the Republicans are a bunch of extremists and this and that, so they're going to vote for Biden, right? So you got conspiracy theories flying everywhere, and Yeah, and but there is a lot of strange stuff going on. You know, some people think that the whole Trump getting shot in the ear is fake. That they some say that they put all they have to do is put like a little thing where it makes it look like they have blood, and that's a possibility too. Because if you even seen Trump was part of like the WW was it the wrestling federation and all that, and they do stuff like that sometimes, like they make themselves look like they bleeding, but they could have these little, I don't know, certain like things where they smash it on their head and then blood comes out and everything and makes it look like blood. Um, so I wouldn't like me. I'm not gung ho for anybody, Biden or Trump. I'm telling you. And now there's people questioning the whole narrative. I know I've listened to quite a few of them, and so you got people saying that Trump is the Antichrist, and he's exactly what is described in the Bible, where the beast gets struck and then he comes back, even more vicious. They're saying that there's gonna be a dark MAGA and stuff like that, and um, but then again, there's still a possibility that Biden might rig it, and if he rigs it, he wins and everything. Um, he's in decline, so who knows? Michelle Obama or Kamala might end up taking over, and that's gonna probably piss off all the Republicans and right wingers, and they're saying there might be a civil war. So who knows? Who knows what's the possibilities? But if Biden becomes president, we're gonna lead to major wars as well. Biden's a warmonger, right? And I was actually talking to a friend of mine. He's actually pro-Trump, and he's saying that Trump was better in office than Biden. And I had to kind of agree with him on that because, like, it's true that Trump is not really a warmonger like Biden. Biden is way worse, right? And obviously, Trump said in the debates that he's gonna create, try to get Ukraine and Russia to stop, the war with each other and come to the table and negotiate. And then some will argue, oh, that's like the Antichrist. He's gonna bring peace, right? So I don't know. I'm not saying that Trump is the Antichrist, but you know, things are unfolding right now. It's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy, and there's manipulation coming from all different angles. I see how the Democrats are manipulating, and I see how the Republicans are manipulating. So I don't buy into a lot of this stuff. I'm just skeptical and curious about this. There's actually some good videos I want to check out too. I know Adam Green, he's been exposing a lot of Zionists. He did a video laying out all the different possibilities as well and conspiracy theories. He's obviously doesn't like Trump because he's a Zionist and everything. He has some interesting points there. There's another one called Peggy Hall. Uh, she made a video too and saying there's a lot of suspicious things going on. Especially with the poses and the pictures and all that. A lot of weird stuff going on. So she's questioning things as well. She's even saying Trump is part of a secret society and this and that. And I know David Icke. He's even questioning the whole thing as well. He doesn't buy into the whole whatever the mainstream said. He even calls not only the mainstream, but there's even alternative mainstream as well. That's part of the problem. I think it's called Yeah, he says all that mainstream, even the alternative news mainstream, is a brainwash. So it's good that people are questioning things, and I do see that both the right wing and the Republicans and the Democrats are trying to manipulate both sides of the situation and all that. But the fact is, some people got killed in that incident, and that's just unfortunate, Um, but it they just it seems like there's a reaction they want, and the Republicans want the reaction where you go and blindly follow Trump, the savior, you know, the Zionist savior, and the Democrats want a reaction where it's like, oh, we got these right wingers shooting people, and we got to go and ban all the guns, right? Oh, Trump and them are all those people are crazy, and they kind of depict them as white trash and this and that. And, um, so you got these two views kind of dominating. And this is where people like me and the others were questioning both sides and both perspectives. Um, so you know I say, if you really, just stand back and try to take an objective role and look at all the different possibilities, the facts going on. Um, and we don't know who's really behind all this. It could be the Democrats, but it could be the Republicans too. So I see how both are, could be possibly trying to manipulate the whole situation. Either you react and you go all crazy and become a hardcore Trumper, or you react and you see, oh, the Democrats, you can see the perspective of the Democrats is, oh, the Trumpers are a bunch of violent, crazy racists, and therefore go vote for Biden, right? And they're all a bunch of Zionists, both of them. So I don't know. I think you guys just question everything and don't fall for anything out here. Just look into it and question stuff. Um, I do find it odd that Trump is over there posing with his arm up. He's going like that, and there's like a flag behind him, and they pose him with blood, and that's too much of a. I don't know. It's too much of a coincidence. And there's a lot more questions too. I didn't cover all of them. You know, there's a lot more questions. I know, like TikTok is coming out with all kinds of weird stuff too. They got the QAnon guy in the background, and he's just standing there, and while everyone's ducking and bullets are flying, he's just standing and looking around like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. That whole thing was weird. You know, and there's a lot of questions. So definitely question everything and don't fall for any of the mainstreams. You got the mainstream television and news, and then you got the alternative mainstream. Gotta question everything, man. But anyways, we'll see what happens. We'll see who ends up winning this presidential election. I'm not gonna vote for any of these guys, and um, yeah, and we'll see what happens when they become president. There's gonna be obviously more war, more more chaos and all that. And Israel's gonna get their way no matter what, because they're both of these presidents. These guys are Zionists, and as everyone was distracted by Trump, the Trump incident, Israel was bombing, the Palestinians and killing more people. So, don't forget about that. Don't get distracted by that whole thing. Anyways, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Uh, question everything, man. All right, this is the Conscious Chicano, and I'm out.